Hello, welcome to Board with Paint. Today I'll be showing you how to paint Cassian from Divinity Original Sin, the board game. I've started by fixing mold lines and priming the figure in black, so let's get started. We'll begin by painting all the skin with Cadmium Skin. Keep in mind Vallejo has renamed this color to just simply Skin Tone. Next, we'll paint the clothing with a mixture of Warlord Purple and black. I'd say maybe about 3-to-1 purple to black. Now we'll mix up a color for the armor, starting with Chainmail Silver, darkening it with some black, and then adding some blue for a little bit of color. And this is being applied over all of the metal bits of armor. For Cassian's hair, I'm giving it a base coat of Beasty Brown. And finally, for the little thing he's standing on, I'm giving it a base coat of Stonewall Grey. We'll start highlighting with the armor, and I'm just going with pure Chainmail Silver, and I'm trying to apply this on the upper raised areas of any of the pieces of armor. We'll try to stay away from the underside of the armor and keep away from any of the recesses between the different plates. Next, we'll add some dead white to the chainmail and apply a little bit of a highlight on those areas, focusing on some of the edges. I'm just working my way around the armor here, hitting the edges wherever I can pick them out. It can be helpful to use the side of the brush here. Next, we'll highlight the clothing by going back to our original mix of the black and purple and just adding a bit more purple to brighten it up. Here we're just hitting the tops of any of the folds in the fabric. It's pretty scrunched up here, so there's a lot of different places to hit. Now we'll go with pure purple to apply a second highlight over those same areas. Now I'm mixing in a little white, and we'll do one final highlight on just the upper edges of those folds. For Cassian's hair, I'm mixing some yellow into the Beasty Brown. We're going to try to go for sort of a dark blonde look here. For this first layer, we'll just try to hit all the raised areas of the sculpt and leave the recesses brown. Now we'll mix in some more yellow, and we'll start to put our highlights just around the crown where the light is going to hit and create that sort of halo effect around the top of the head. We're also hitting any of the areas where the hair is kind of puffed up a little bit. Now we'll brighten the mix with some white, but we still want to keep some yellow in there. Now we'll start to highlight smaller areas, keeping inside the areas we've already highlighted. Pay special attention to that crown area around the top of the head. Here we're going even brighter still by mixing in some more white. These highlights will go on even smaller than the last time. Here we're adding a bit more white, and this is getting close to our highest highlight. We don't want to cover much of the hair here, and we want to make sure our highlights stay within the areas we've already highlighted. And there we have the hair completed. Next, we'll apply some flesh wash to the skin. I'm mixing in a little bit of water here just to reduce the viscosity a bit. This is being applied over all of the skin, so the face and the hands. Then we can get out our black wash and apply this on the stone pillar that he's standing on. Then I'm using this opportunity to go around through all the panels of the armor and add some dark lining around where those panels meet. We're trying to maximize the contrast between those areas of metal. Just as in our previous videos, we'll fill in those runes on the base in dead white. And we'll also paint in the whites of the eyes with this. It's okay to be a little messy here. We'll clean it up in the next step by mixing some black into the Beasty Brown. And then we'll use this color to outline the eyes as best we can. So you'll have something like this. I'm also using this to fill in between the fingers just to provide some contrast there as well. With black, we'll go in and try to dot in the pupils. You can also try drawing vertical lines like I did here. And then we'll mix some of the flesh tone in with the Beasty Brown to fill in all the areas around the eyes where we made a big mess. And once that's done, we'll do our highlighting with Cadmium Skin. I was kind of frustrated with the sculpt here. I don't think there's enough detail sculpted into the face. So I only ended up doing a couple layers of highlight. If you plan to take this further, I'd recommend mixing a little bit of white into the skin tone and applying another highlight on the forehead and nose, probably. And here I'm starting to highlight the fingers and hands. We want to stay away from those areas between the fingers that we did in the previous step here. Next, I'm mixing a sort of brownish reddish skin tone, and I'll just use this to color in his lips slightly. Here's the result. Sorry I didn't get it on camera. And finally, we'll finish the base as usual by applying a dry brush over all of the white runes, staying out of the recesses there. And this should really make those pop. And then we finish it up by coloring in black on the rest of the base. And that's it for Cassian. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like it. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, where I'll sometimes post some photos of works in progress, and you can see what's coming up next. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, as always, happy painting.